Well, good morning. This would be a good time to turn off your cell phones. And I'd like to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service here at Center for Spiritual Living, Minneapolis. My name is Jeff Bird. I'm one of the practitioners here, and I'll be presiding today as we make our moves through this service and gain a little insight into the world. Our mission here is to teach, demonstrate, and inspire a positive spiritual approach to living. And of course, we know the one truth is there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can constantly use it. And that's how Ernest Holmes, the founder of this teaching, started each one of his radio shows, which you can actually hear on YouTube today still. So, and with that, Judy is going to take us away with song.
I'm pretty sure you know this one. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Whoa, all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Whoa, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Sing, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And one more time, let it shine, let it shine. Come on, sing whatever you want, it works. Let it shine. Whoa.
Beautiful, beautiful. What a good way to start off. And if you have your program in front of you, we'll start with our group reading, since the AV is not working in the room today. And last week it wasn't doing all that well upstairs either. So we decided to come down here, which is a little more intimate in our familiar surroundings. I'll let everybody grab one first or share. And you can just repeat with me. Everybody got them? I'm ready to deepen my conviction in the power and presence for good. I am ready to apply it in my daily life. I'm ready to receive God's highest blessings. I'm ready to live from a higher level of beingness. I'm ready to be a transformative light in the world. That last one is so important. And now we're going to open with a prayer, and I'd like everybody just to sit in their seats for a minute, close your eyes. And as we get ready for this, feel the energy go from the lower part of your back as you breathe in to the top of your head. Each breath, it goes from the bottom of your back to the top of your head. And so as we gather in this sacred space of unity and love, we turn to the presence of the One, the infinite source of all life, all light, and all miracles. This presence is everywhere, within us, around us, through us, and illuminating every corner of our being. Today we draw inspiration from the ancient story of Hanukkah, the story of perseverance, faith, and the miraculous power of light. We recognize the same light and the same miraculous power dwells within each one of us. It is the light that restores, heals, and blesses us, renewing us with every breath, with every heartbeat, and with every moment of awareness. We know that just as this sacred oil burned far beyond what seemed possible, so does the divine light within us shine endlessly, no matter the circumstances. It is a light that guides us through challenges, warms us in times of doubt, and strengthens us in moments of uncertainty. This light reminds us of our wholeness, our worthiness, and our divine connection to all that is good and true. Today, we open our hearts and minds to experience the miracle of light anew. We allow it to uplift and restore every aspect of our lives, to heal what needs healing, to bless us with abundance, joy, and peace. We trust in this eternal light to show us the way, knowing that as it blesses us, it radiates outward to bless the world. With deep gratitude, we celebrate this divine truth, enhancing the miracle of light within and all around us. And so it is. And now, since Jenny's here, we will have her life. Huh? Oh, Jem, I'm sorry. I'm not up to date. Who should I be today?
That's a question you should ask every day.
I know.
Every day you should ask that question.
Amen. Every Sunday we light the flames of faith, recognizing that there are many paths to the one, many names for the one. And we do this by recognizing some of the faiths, kind of in the order they came around. So first we'll light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and path of compassion. We light the candle for Christianity. I thought it was ahead. Honoring the Christ consciousness at the path of force, path of love. And last, we light the candle for Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God at the highest calling. Thank you. And now I invite you to light that candle within that burns brightly 24/7, 365, 366 in leap year. It is always with you, and is why you are a transformative light in the world also as you share that. Thank you for that. You know, one of the things that I am taking some ministerial classes, and I just had religion and the Bible, and there was a book called The Mystery of the Bible by Jack Addington that went through all the different faiths and really showed the Bible in a completely different way than I grew up with it. So it was very interesting to watch the different interpretations and things with that. So it made it a completely different book for me to read. So, and that's again acknowledging all the different paths. So now I will call up Leif to do our reading for the day.
Good morning. So Reverend Debbie wanted me to read from Alan Cohn's A Daily Dose of Sanity, which is doesn't hurt any of us probably. And I enjoyed this reading. I only had a chance to read it once, but this strikes me as a good way to start December. Striking the keynote. A good beginning makes a good end. That's an English proverb. How will your holiday season go? Will you be stressed, rushed, and worried about getting the right gifts, traveling and attending parties and family functions? Are you concerned about overeating and gaining weight? Or will you flow with events that come to your way, enjoying your person-to-person connections and remembering the spirit of the holiday? You can make a huge difference in how your holidays turn out by setting your tone or establishing your intentions before you get busy. It's very easy to get swept up in busyness and doing this. If you want to stay in your right mind and in your heart, it's up to you to decide to do it now. Here are some qualities of experience that you may wish to choose as your holiday keynote. Abundance, aliveness, appreciation, celebration, connection, ease, flow, fun, generosity, heart, innocence, joy, love, play, reverence, spirit, togetherness, wonder. I just noticed those are all alphabetical. And irregardless, they're wonderful attributes to celebrate this season with. Choose one. Now choose, now choose one of these qualities of life and take a minute or two to close your eyes and picture yourself moving through your holiday activities with this feeling as your dominant experience. Picture not so much the activities themselves, but the kind of energy you would like to maintain in the process. Continue your visualizations until the feeling becomes real in your experience. Then go about your day and your season, and as much as you can, keep coming back to this feeling. You may lose it for a short or a long period of time, but the more you consciously remember it, even for a few moments, the more your desired theme will be real and rewarding. At some point, your chosen tone may become your dominant tone, and then your season will truly be one of joy. So what is the most important tone or experience that you would like to enjoy through this holiday season? And we each get to pick that. So I set my tone and reap the benefits of my intention. I choose to enjoy the best holiday season ever.
And here we go again.
When the snow comes to find you and the nights become long, let the quietness calm you. Through this wintry storm, hear the song. If the cold brings you sorrow and the dark brings you fear, let the moon through your window, let the stars gather near. Listen. Breathe while the earth is sleeping. Dream in the time she provides. Wait for the promise she's keeping. In this silent night, let the winter enfold you in a loving cocoon. Be still in this moment. Let her sing to you. Listen.
Did you write that? Did you write that? I thought so. Very, very nice. Can't you hear that on like a Hallmark movie when they're going on Main Street and all the stuff's up there and the snow's coming down?
I wish.
We'll put that out there for you. Okay, and now our talk of the day from Reverend Debbie.
Hello, everyone. Okay, this month it is our intention to make it a December to remember. Anybody know what commercial used that tagline? That was done a few years ago by Lexus. And, Reverend Joanne and I will take our inspiration from any place. We don't limit ourselves at all, that's for sure. So this time of year, we get different feelings, right? Some of us are just like loving the holidays. And others of us, not so much so. And some of us are just sort of in between. But here's the good news for all of us. It's only 3 weeks this year, right? I mean, it started early, but really it's 3 weeks. So I say embrace it, right? And as Leif shared, set that intention for the whole holiday season. Let that just be your guiding light. Because our intention, Reverend Joanne and I, we have an intention, and that intention is to make this holiday as joy-filled as possible. And to offer some love and peace along the way, and that's our intention for every Sunday and for every event this month. It's just to let that love and that peace come together joyously and through celebration and through friendships and through fellowship and gathering. Wherever we are, we have an opportunity to be that light, which is what we're talking about today, actually. So I don't necessarily know who's going to get a Lexus in this room. I know I will not be. Well, maybe I will be. I don't know. So, but the idea is, right, let us all just put out some goodness from our heart. And let us start with the light. And today I want to talk about light, but not in the form of Hanukkah. So thank you, Jeff, for that wonderful opening treatment. You have heard everything and know everything you need to know about Hanukkah now. Because I want to talk about that miracle of light. And I want to start with that Christmas tree. Did you hear about the Christmas tree that went into therapy? It had to, because it just had too many hang-ups. But once it learned to lighten up, things got better. And that's what today is about, lightening up. Because sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes don't you feel like that Christmas tree? It's like, I'm so weighed down with all of these ribbons and ornaments and memories, right? All of that stuff that I can't really show my brilliance, because you don't see a lot of me, right? You see all of the trimmings, but not the light that's at the heart of it. And I want us all to be that light this year. I want us to release what's holding us back, man. Just release it and step up. And just let the light not only surround you, but come from you. Because, right, that's what this holiday is all about, is love and light, and the fact that this is the darkest days. And I must say, coming from California, the hardest thing for me was getting used to the darkness of winter around here. But it is it can be very comforting and very renewing. And in the quiet, we can be transformed to letting our light shine. So there's a Chinese proverb I would like us to reflect on. If there is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there will be peace on earth. It's sort of a chain reaction. And guess what? It starts within. That chain reaction that we call life always starts within. And at any point in time, not just on the 31st, at any point in time, we get to reset it. We get to reset it and understand our brilliance and let it shine through us from a place of light. It starts within. It starts with us embracing our light. That light of love, that light of forgiveness, that light of oneness. We talk a lot about oneness, but if you really think about oneness, it's about recognizing that we are all connected and that we all share the purpose to be love. I believe that is our shared mission. It's just to be love in divine action. So I want to share a story today. I'm probably botching his last name, but Jacques Luzeron, he wrote a book called There Was Light. And he was way back during the French Revolution, is sort of like where he got his fame, so to speak. But he was blinded at the age of 8. And his greatest fear was that he was always going to be surrounded in darkness, that darkness would dominate his world. But soon he realized that he had within him what he needed to shine an inner light brighter than any he could have ever seen with his vision. So during World War II, Jacques let his light guide him, and he led the French Revolution. He was one of the main leaders. And he also had the opportunity of spending some time at a Nazi concentration camp. But he never let that inner light go out. It would dim. It would definitely dim. And then he would have to get quiet, and he would have to go within. He would have to find hope within so he could bring that hope to others. And a lot of times he mentions in his book that light, that inner light of hope, became love, which is beautiful. Think about the idea of light. It's not only a brightness factor, right? But there's also a vibrational factor to lightness. That there's an energy that rises within us that allows our state of being to become more, animated isn't the right word, to become more genuine. Genuine's the right word. When we allow our light to shine, we are genuinely showing up, suiting up as who we are. That divine expression of the one that never expresses anything like we express, right? That's when our light is shining. Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind and the author, wrote, "Love is the grandest healing and drawing power on earth. It is the very reason for our being, that which binds us together." Light was the first great revelation of the divine creative energy that called all things living into being. And in the beginning, there was light. That is at our essence. That is why I love lighting the flames of faith and recognizing that divine spark that is always, it was born within us. And we are meant to shine it, to allow our love and our light to intertwine and just raise the vibration of ourselves, and then of our home, and then of our country, and then of our world. Jacques wrote in his book, "I had to make sure that my inner life and my inner light was always in harmony. It depended on the state of my soul. If I was angry, impatient, or fearful, the light was dimmed. But when I loved, when I really loved, the light not only returned, but it grew." So, how then do we go about doing that? How do we go about releasing fear, embracing love, and illuminating the world? Well, I have a few ideas. So let's start with an acronym for fear, right? How many have heard forget everything and run, right? That's what we do. We forget it and we just run. Okay, forget I wanted to do this and now fear won't let me move. I'm going to forget I ever wanted to do this and I'm just going to run. We've all been there where fear just grips us. Many spiritual teachings view fear as a contraction of the soul, a state of separation from love and from our light, a separation from the divine. Ernest Holmes, fear is a belief in limitation, a denial of the infinite power of spirit within us. Don't you love that? A belief in limitation, which takes us to another acronym of fear. False evidence appearing real, right? We've all heard that one. And often that is the case, right? Fear is a product of our ego, and I'm not saying fear is bad. Not saying it at all. But in the moment, it feels awful. It just, I don't know, it just makes us feel, for me, I feel something in my stomach. It's like, I couldn't even run if I wanted to. I'm just frozen. But when we acknowledge it, when we acknowledge our fear without any judgment, we just acknowledge that it's there, it starts to loosen its grip. It lets go of some of its power. Just like when we release anything, when we face our fear, it releases some of its power on us, some of its whole. When we face it with awareness and compassion, then it allows us to not only learn more about ourselves, but allows us to get a deeper spiritual understanding of who we are, of what's really going on in our soul, what is really ours to deal with. Which takes us to a new definition that Dennis Merritt Jones wrote in his book. Face everything and rethink. Don't you love it? He wrote a book, I don't remember the name of the book. Something fear. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So, when we embrace our fears, they become almost transformative. They're no longer shrinking us. They are allowing to expand and to go deeper and to go wider and to be so aware and open up that space for love. And that's what a transformative process is, right? It's taking love and working through whatever it is. Be it a fear, a worry, a doubt, a whatever. Sometimes it's just about change. Sometimes change in and of itself can bring up fear, right? So it starts to dim our light, but we don't need to let it, especially during this time of the year. Because if we suppress it, it gets more power. If we acknowledge it, it's got no place to run. It has to stand there and face us. In the book, I don't remember the title of.
When fear speaks, listen.
Oh, yeah, when fear speaks, listen. Thank you, Jeff. When we face our fears, according to Dennis Merritt Jones, there are these messengers that suit up and show up, and those messengers aren't our enemies. They're our wake-up call. They're our nudge to a transformation, to something great. He encourages us to not only listen to our fear, but to actually dance with it, inviting it to reveal what we are attached to that we're now losing, because that's what fear is. We're expanding, and there's something that doesn't want us to do that. What is that? What is that idea? What is that belief? What is that emotion that we just need to move beyond? He talks about, instead of avoiding or suppressing fear, to mindfully have a dialogue with it. What is it that I'm to learn from you? And then go into the quiet. What is it that I am to let go of? What is it that I need to become willing to be willing about? And an even greater question is, what am I unwilling to do, be, or say now? And how do I become willing? Or can I even become willing? When we listen to our fears, we get to understand the roots, the foundation of them. And then we get to start that transformative power of releasing it, of letting it go. And allowing the love and the light to not only guide us and support us, but to fill whatever's left. Listening, we get to tap into a higher power that we have within. And part of this wonderful spiritual community also allows us to not face it alone. We get the support of this community, of this fellowship. We get the support of incredibly powerful prayer practitioners. When we are facing our deepest fears, we're never doing it alone. Spirit is right there in the muck. And everyone in this room, everyone online that's part of this community, willing to help and support and to know and to feel exactly what that truth is. Because it's all about, to me, when it comes to dealing with fear, it's about shifting the narrative from what is lacking to what is the truth. To remembering that right here and right now, I am enough. I'm just enough. I am where I'm supposed to be. I am safe. Think about it. Right here in this moment. Take a breath. You can breathe as much as you want. There is nothing you are lacking in this moment. And every time you take a breath, a conscious breath, there is nothing you are lacking in that moment. Everything that you need to fully support you in a loss, in a change, in a transformative process, in whatever it is, you have. It's about shifting the narrative. Because in this present moment, fear does not reside. Have you noticed that? Fear is about woulda, coulda, shoulda. Fear is about what if, what about, right? It's either, fear is usual, we may feel it right now, but it's based on something in the past or something in the future. In the present moment, this present moment, this is where love is. Love is right here, right now. And when we take a breath, we activate it. Love is always in the present moment. That is how I know that right here and right now, each and every one of us is enough. That's how I know right here and right now, each of us has everything that we need to do whatever it is that is ours to do. In this very moment, there is nothing to fear. Nothing. So now we release the fear, but we also need to take inspired action. And that, my friends, for me, is where I get to boost the love. I release the fear, but inspired action is taking loving action. Loving action for myself, perhaps. Loving action towards another. Loving action in terms of just praying for the world, but inspired, loving action, even the smallest amount of it, multiplies. And again, changes the narrative to right here and right now. What loving action can I take right here and right now? Such a simple question, but how often do we ask that? Jacques wrote in his book, "Love is the source of light. When I opened my heart to love, love for life, for others, even for those who caused me pain, the light within grew brighter. Love was not just a feeling. It was a way of seeing." So we acknowledge our fears. We don't run from them, right? We don't live with them. We have a conversation with them. We take inspired action. And then what's left to do is to trust the truth with a capital T. The truth that God's got our back. Not sometimes, but always has our back. And we embrace our love, and we embrace our oneness, and we breathe. We turn inward, as Jacques so often points to in his book. It's about turning inward and finding that journey of guided love is like a thread through our life. It's about turning inward and letting the light, that inner spark, take the lead. Rumi said, "Try not to resist the change that comes your way. Instead, surrender to life. The universe is in constant motion, and resisting only creates fear. Love is the current that carries you." Michael Singer. When you stop resisting and judging, you will see that love is always beneath the surface, waiting to embrace you. Not for you to embrace it, but for it to embrace you. Do you see the subtle change in that? Ernest Holmes. There is one life, one mind, one power. We are all individualizations of this one. And through this recognition, we find peace, we find joy, we find our light. We find our light. So, who's ready to be like a Christmas tree and like get rid of one hang up? Just one. Just your assignment, one hang up, just get rid of one. Okay, you can do as many as you want, but please just try one. That's your assignment. Get rid of one hang up around the holidays or around what's going on in your world or around whatever. Just let go of one of them and let that couple of extra lights twinkle really, really bright. Because when we start to shine individually, we become a greater power in the collective. And as we shift the collective, not only does our life shift, but the whole world shifts when we start to shift that greater collective consciousness of cosmic soup. One hang up, gone. One fear, listened to. And then let's get on with having a holiday. I'd like to close with the Chinese proverb. If there is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there will be peace on earth. It's the truth. So it is. Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Debbie. That was fantastic. Really. Sometimes it's hard for me to do my job after you talk.
Such a compliment.
This is a song by India Ari. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. 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 I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that caused me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age, I'm not my race. My soul inside is all light. I am 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 divinity defined. I am God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. 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 I am
I thought I'd just bring something to your attention. You guys already agreed to do what Debbie said, or to be open to it when you said, I'm ready to be a transformative light in the world earlier, so just to let you know that. And now is our time for conscious giving, to keep our church going and thriving. We thank you for all that you've done over the years to do that. As you know, we're in our annual appeal also, trying to pick up our shortfall a little bit there. So Tuesday is Give to the Max Day. Might be a nice day to go to the website and think about that one and count your blessings. And for right now, we will pass the hat for now.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. We bless the gifts and we bless the givers. Now we'll go through a few announcements before we pray ourselves out. Joanne will bless us out, and Judy will sing us out. First, I'd like to let Judy announce where she will be Tuesday night, which is a fun place to go.
Thank you. I'm doing a Christmas show with some of the most stellar players who play jazz and reggae and pop and folk and all the things that I like to sing. And we're having a great show Tuesday night in the Dunsmore Room, which is the smaller, more intimate room at Crooners, 6:30 to 8. The easiest way to find out about it is to go to my website or sign up on my mailing list, which is available to you at the table. And thanks in advance if you choose to join me and support live music. We really appreciate it. We can't do it without you.
All right. And if anybody's going, let us know.
Yep.
Jeff and I know.
It's early enough that we can get home before bedtime. And if you've never been to Crooners, they've redone it, and it's a wonderful venue for that. So food was good. Had a great time up there. So it sounds like from what we read about the people that are going to be there doing it with her, it'll be quite an event. I would like to, Debbie and I had the opportunity to be in Orange County last week, and we have somebody that must have attracted from Orange County today. Here's Rich, who is a practitioner and a ministerial candidate. And you're at which center?
Over at Centers for Spiritual, OC Spiritual Center, which is with Jim Terrell,
Okay,
and it's over in Irvine, California.
okay. We were just about in Irvine over there. It was very fun. We will. It was very fun. We got to see a beautiful sunset after tripping down the street, so you got to watch those steep inclines. So, Anthony, would you like to announce what you've got coming up for your next project?
Thanks, Jeff. So starting tomorrow, my pop-up store will be live, and it will go through December 25th. So Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Feel free to stop by, visit. You'll get to see elements from the different exhibits that I've done, and also do a little shopping if you'd like.
Where's that at?
Town Square, downtown St. Paul, 445 Minnesota Street. Thank you. By the food court.
Yeah, there's a great food court there, and you'll actually get to go inside rather than just look at the windows this time, so you'll see what's there. The displays have been very, very nice. We have some events coming up for holidays on December 15th, which will be 2 weeks from now. We will have a holiday fellowship where we will have holiday sweets and coffee, and you can make your own ornaments if you would like to. So that'll be after service that day. And then on the 22nd, we will be doing a candle lighting where we will honor the light within each one of us. As we spoke of, this is our theme this month. Each one of us will have a special candle lighting during the service that day. And then on the 29th, right before the end of the year, we'll do our traditional burning bowl and white stone, getting rid of what you don't want to take into next year and setting an intention for next year. So we've done that pretty much each year. So, and then into January on the 5th, we will have a visioning Sunday for everybody after service also to try and get yourself set for the year. So, and then starting in January, but we've been announcing this, starting January 23rd will be a 6-week class that W will be holding about this thing called You. It will be from 6:30 to 8 on Zoom on Thursday nights. So there'll be you can sign up on the website right now. Yes?
I signed up, and it says Tuesdays, and then it's 2 different dates on the
We're switching to a new system. I'll take a look at it this afternoon because
one was later in January, one was earlier in January, so kind
we'll get it. Thank you for that. We've increased what we're doing with our provider, and they have a new system that's kind of marrying the two together. So they're evidently not getting along today, which happens. Anything else? Okay.
Okay, so we have practitioner Sue Hooper. Her mother made her transition Friday afternoon after a short illness and stay in the hospital. So there is a sympathy card on the information table if you would like to sign it and give her some words of hope and inspiration. That would be great. So there's that. Also, I want to thank Pete and Julie. You see this lovely Christmas bag? We have been participating with the Prism Christmas giving program for young adults and children. And so Pete and Julie have been generously accepting cash donations and doing shopping, as well as taking the gifts that have been brought in, and he's going to be delivering them to Prism. They have to be there on the 6th. So, if you would like Pete to do more shopping for you, you can give him money. But he'll be taking all of these, he and Julie will be taking all of these to Prism. We also have little name tags in the back. It's not too late to, if you want to do some shopping online and drop it off yourself, you can. And there is also an opportunity, you can use the barcode and donate money to them as well. As we all know, food banks are sort of in great demand these days, so anything that we can do to assist would be great. So those are the other two announcements. And if you want to bring a special store-bought treat for our holiday on the 15th, let me know. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. And Pete promises to spend most of the money on gifts. That's how nonprofits work, right? Okay. Get my papers back here. Okay, as we end the service, everybody just take another deep breath. And you can do that whenever you're trying to just have some consciousness. Just step there and bring that energy from the lower part of your back to the top of your head, and it just kind of centers you a little bit. You can go on to a meditation if you want to after that, but you don't have to. So as we prepare to leave this sacred gathering, we carry with us the radiant truth that the miracle of light is ever present in our lives. It is a light of restoration, healing, and infinite blessing, a light that never dims, no matter what the circumstances. May this divine light guide your steps, illuminate your path, and fill your heart with peace and joy. As you move through the coming days, may you see the brilliance in the faces of those you meet, in the quiet moments of reflection, in the boundless opportunities for love and connection. Remember that you are a vessel for this holy light, sharing its warmth and grace wherever you go. Trust in its power to uplift, to heal, to transform, knowing that you are always supported by the infinite presence of Spirit. Go forth now shining brightly, living fully, and loving deeply. And so it is.
And I'll leave you with this blessing. May you be at peace. May you know the beauty of your own true nature. May your heart be open. May you be healed. May you be blessed. Namaste.
And here's one more.
Wash away my troubles, wash away my pain, where the rain is Shambhala. Wash away my sorrow, wash away my shame, where the rain is Shambhala. The words are ah-ooh, yeah. Ah-ooh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You guys know this one. Ah-ooh, yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Everyone is helpful, everyone is kind, on the road to Shambhala. Everyone is lucky, everyone is so kind, on the road to Shambhala. Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Harmonize if you want to. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I can tell my sister by the flowers in her eyes on the road to Shambhala. I can tell my brother by the flowers in his eyes on the road to Shambhala.